Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Bluegrass Waterfowl Farm. Do our weekly video that we do for everybody, and start out in the brooder building today. And also, excuse me, I've been weed eating all day, and I guess it's got my allergies just jacked up, so bear with me. I'll try to be as good as I can here. But I've had some requests to go over a few different things, so we'll try to start doing that in some of our videos, talk about some different topics. Those are lace and teals. And, those are shallow Weegians. They just hatched off yesterday. And some silver and platinum wood ducks, lace and tails, and one canvasback. So, that's all we got in here right now. Go ahead and there's canvasbacks in here with the white lantern, help keep them calmed down. And I've got too many in here, but I had to turn them ringtails out because they was getting too big. So I got some ringtails, silver platinum wood ducks, and a couple of blue wingtails. Mallards, they come back in the evenings and nibble around in the yard. I throw some feed I clean up out of here. I throw it out there, and I guess they nibble on it. Everybody's still doing good. Changed that this morning, and they done got it about half nasty. So I usually change this one day, and then I'll change that one the next, and then flip-flop them. Oh, I didn't see y'all up there sitting on top of the gate. Y'all better hope ain't no hawk or owl flies over. Chickens, silky chickens are growing. They're getting big enough that I can almost sort the colors out. I got some is either blue, but then they could be grays. So I'm gonna have to do some investigating into that to determine for sure what color is what. Weed eated everything. The sun wasn't shining this morning. That wasn't bad, but it was humid, hot and humid. But everybody's still chilling out, doing good. Oh, she's on the water. Ruddy Ruddies. I see the drakes are over her head bopping right now. The ruddy ducks, the drakes, has been fighting and courting for the past week or so. So I was expecting to get some eggs. And she's laid another one today. So those are ruddy egg. It's a big old white porous egg. And, that's from one of our young ruddies. She's a year old, and they come from down south, way down south. And normally the first year they ain't fertile, but I've got 2 drakes that are 3 years old. So I'm hoping that these eggs will be fertile if one of them 2 drakes mated with her. If not, the other drake is only a year old too. So we'll just have to wait and see, but hopefully they're fertile. And then hopefully the other 2 ruddy hens will go ahead and start laying too, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't know. I'm hoping, like I said, it's hard to, they won't let me get close to them. They won't get on the water. I don't know if you can see from here, he's still got a bright blue bill and his white face and everything. He's still got all his color. The young ruddy drake is right there, coming over yonder. He's already lost his blue bill. And then here's the other ruddy duck, head bobbing over here. He's still got his blue bill in full color. So if one of the 2 older drakes mated with her, then I'm pretty sure the eggs will be good. There's a smew hen, still doing good. Only thing is, I'm not gonna keep any more smew, so I done traded her off and getting something else this fall. So yes, I know the drake got sick and died on me, but it wasn't because of the water or the food. I'm thinking he found something that I had dropped in here. I don't know what for sure it could have been, but or just, I don't know what. I'm thinking he found something and eat it, because it happened just like that. I mean, within a day. Because y'all remember the video of out here that Sunday, he was doing fine, swimming around on the water with the hen and everything. And then Monday, I come out here and he was laying here on the bank, wouldn't move. I called him, went in there, gave him some medicine, but wasn't but a few hours later he was done gone. So, but anyway, that just goes to show you that you can keep smew on a natural pond. Some people don't agree with that, but it is what it is. You know, I don't know. Some things from my perspective that I've seen and dealt with is some people just don't want certain people or other people to have certain things, if it makes any sense. I don't know. You know, I don't understand their mindset behind it. You think they'd want more people raising them, but some people, you know, they just want to be the only ones, or them and a friend, they just want to be the only ones that raises this species. That way everybody can come to them to get them, and, you know, they want to be the king or whatever of that species. You know, a lot of people in the waterfowl business work together. I know a lot of people don't like each other, but they still work together and, you know, try to better the species and production of them or whatever, you know, and that's a good thing. That's what we want to do. I'm not trying to be better than anybody else. I don't want to be better than anybody else. All I want to do is be better than I was before. I just strive to do a little better each day, each week, each season, to learn from the ducks and, you know, provide better for them, and as far as nesting sites and boxes and food and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't know if some people, I mean, they don't need to worry about me, because like I said, I don't want to be no king. I don't want to be the man. I don't want to be the guy or whatever you call it. I just enjoy raising ducks. Like I said, raising ducks, not hatching. Just about anybody can hatch them. I'm talking about raising them. So we're raising them, and you know, we only keep like 8 or 10 different species, and that's just a drop in the bucket compared to what's out there. So I just like to focus on certain things and try to raise them to the best of my ability and do better. And that's what we'll be working on. Changing out some things this fall and adding a few other things. I'm not gonna say what we're getting, because I ain't gonna go into that either. I'm just not gonna say until we get them, because like I said, there's some things you can only get from a few people, and when you mention it, then if somebody don't want you to have it or whatever for some reason, they'll spread the word or send word to that person and say, hey, don't be selling them this, don't be selling them that. So we're gonna be surprising everybody. Hey everybody, I just wanted to, I don't know, talk about some stuff here. People ask me questions all the time, and a lot of times get the same questions over, and so I thought I would start adding some of that into the videos. And one thing I was wanting to go over with people that don't know is like on your enclosure size. You know, a lot of people will have, I'll say 10, 20 pairs of ducks in a 20 by 20, say something like that, you know. And I mean, my opinion is that's small, that's too small. And the less room you have, if you have several different pairs of a species or a mixed species in there, then you're going to possibly get a lot more hybrids out of that from crossing up. Like I said, you know, this is just my opinion from what I've seen and my experiences over the years. So take that with a grain of salt, I guess, if you want to. Like I said, your pen does not have to be as big as mine. We just went that big. I mean, that's just what I wanted. So, I mean, when we started, my wife, you know, I told her I was going to add a little more onto it. She's like, all right. Well, then after we got the post all set and put up, she's like, oh my gosh. She said, I didn't know it was going to be this big. But ours is 100 by 100. And then, so, you know, if you got, like I said, if you got a bunch, I'm saying 10, 20 pairs in a 20 by 20 or whatever, you're probably, you know, you might accidentally get a mandarin delay or a wood duck something, but they're not going to do that good from what I've seen and heard and everything. They need room so they don't fight and then try to pair up with the wrong species and everything. So if you're not getting the eggs, then that could be one of the reasons. And I know Kentucky, I got this paper I printed off so I could read over it. Whenever you get your wildlife permit application for Kentucky here, they have a sheet that tells you, it says a duck shall be held in a enclosure with the following minimum specifications: no more than 2 pairs or 1 pair and their offspring prior to the first molt shall be confined to an area smaller than 100 square feet. There shall be at least 2 square feet of additional land space for each additional duck. So, I mean, that's telling you there, you know, you're going to need a little more room, which 100 square feet, that's 10 by 10. But, like I said, that's for either 2 pair or a pair and their offspring. So, and then 2 additional square feet per pair. And I mean, that's the minimum for Kentucky. And I think that's a little low standard, in my opinion. I mean, I would want more room with that. If you're gonna invest the time and the money into these ducks, then why not just go ahead and build you a more bigger area to keep them in? Because once you get started, trust me, once you get started, you're gonna want more, and you already gonna have the room. And you know, if not, you can always add another section on. Several people do that, and then and that's just for ducks. It's just this says, of course, I know we don't have no geese, but it says a goose shall be held in an enclosure with the following minimal specifications: no more than 2 pair or 1 pair and their offspring prior to the first molt shall be confined to an area smaller than 500 square feet. There shall be a minimum of 50 square feet of water that is 2 feet or greater in depth. and there shall be at least 100 square feet of land and 25 square feet of water surface for each additional adult goose. So, I mean, I know geese are bigger and everything, but that's a big difference between a goose and a duck as far as the minimum requirements to get a permit here in the state of Kentucky. And then I know a lot of y'all don't, but some of you do, and maybe some of you's interested. I'll just go ahead and read that while I got it here. Your ruffed grouse. I know some people that raise grouse, and it says ruffed grouse shall be held in an enclosure with the following minimum specifications. There shall be 200 square feet of floor space for 5 or fewer birds with a height of at least 6 feet, and there shall be an additional 20 square feet of floor space for each additional bird. And you know, that's for ruffed grouse, so that's pretty good size enclosure for 5 birds. But that's what I'm saying, telling you, you know, the more, not necessarily the more room you got, the better they're going to do, because you got too many other factors that's coming into that also. But the more room you have, there's less chance of hybridization. I can spit that out. Less chance you're going to get hybrids. Less chance you're going to get a lot of fighting going on between the species. They're going to, you know, if you got more room, then they're going to pair up easier with the same species, your mandarins, you know. And it's not 100% sure thing, because you always got a rogue crazy duck out there that gets confused and decides he likes somebody else better than he does another one. You know, I've had wood ducks wanting to chase mandarin hens before, you know, and it just happens. I don't know what causes it. I guess they like her better than they do their own. But anyway, the more room you got, the better you're going to be. The ducks will be more happier. And as far as ponds, you know, everybody's different. You can, you know, we started out, we had kiddie pools down here in the holding pens, and we change them out every day. So, you know, as long as you got clean water, you know, you don't have to have a whole lot of water. You know, I know people take treated lumber and build these big boxes and put liners in them and everything, and those look really nice. Those work good. I know several people that has those. You can hook a filter system up to that and then filter it out, so that way you don't have to empty it as often. And a lot of people has cement ponds. A lot of people has well water, and that's a whole different story. And I might as well hit it a lick while I'm here, but a lot of people have well water, and hey, that is great. I'll say it every time. That's perfect, great, if you got it. If you don't got it, and you want it, you're going to have to get in your pocketbook, because it's not cheap to have a well dug. It used to be, but now it's not. But if prices ever come back down, then I would even consider having a well dug myself. But so you don't have to have well water. I mean, if you got sea ducks, then you're going to have some fresh water, not necessarily well water, spring water, river water, something like that maybe. Well water's good, but it don't have to be that, you know. But a lot of your divers, we got ruddy ducks, canvasbacks, and Lord, I don't know what all we've had. And our pond is natural. It fills with the rainfall. It runs in. And one thing that I'm gonna try to do this year too is work on that, because I've only got to dig like about probably 100 foot, maybe, if that much. But I'm gonna get some of the was it 3-inch or 4-inch black corrugated pipe, and I'm gonna hook it into my downspout on the house, and I'm gonna run it down to the pond, and that way when it rains, I'll get a lot of runoff from the gutters, and we can send it down to the pond, so it'll help keep the pond fuller when we don't get a bunch of rain. But you know, just if all you have is pools or whatever, you know, now if you got hot water, if the sun's shining on it all day and it's hot and you ain't got nothing circulating it or adding fresh water to it throughout the day, then that's not going to be good either, because you know it needs to be cool. Nobody likes to get in hot water unless it's winter time. You want to go and take a hot shower or bath or something. But you know, I'll go ahead and get done, because I don't want to hang y'all, keep y'all on here all the time. But every time I see people freak out, I mean, just constantly freaking out. Oh, you need well water for this. You need well water. And every time I hear that, my head just swells up, and I can just picture these ducks flying over a pond out there somewhere, and one of them was like, "Hey man, I'm getting thirsty," and the other one's like, "Yeah, here's a pond, let's go land on it." He's like, whoa dude, we can't land there, that's not well fed. I mean, it just makes me feel that way for some reason. You know, you go out here, if you're a duck hunter or if you're out in the country running around checking out ponds and stuff, there'll be a pond out in the middle of nowhere back there. Might not be 10 foot wide, and there's gonna be ducks on it. And it ain't mallards all the time either. We got a golf course over here, the country club behind us back here, and there was a crap load of redheads on there. I think it was last year, and Canada geese stay over there. I know there's been some other wild species over there, and ponds around here, wood ducks, teals. I can't remember what all this. I know somebody's seen some bufflehead. People tell me all kinds of stuff. I can't remember all of it. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there. So I'm going to get off here, let y'all go. Any questions, comments, y'all hit me up. And next week we'll go over something else you want to know, want me to talk about. I don't care, let me know, and we'll try to do this each week as long as we got something to go over with y'all. And I ain't reading that now, so I'll take them off so I can see. But anyway, y'all have a great rest of the weekend. I appreciate everybody watching my videos. Feel free to share them, like, subscribe. It would really help us out. And y'all stay safe. We'll catch you next week. Thank y'all.